Hello. I am so excited to be here. I have wanted to be with you all and tell you all about my knitting adventures for quite a while, but I had some technical issues, I had some timing issues, but I'm really happy to be here now. So my name is Lauren, and this is the place where I talk about my knitting adventures. I am in Los Angeles, and I know everybody is talking about fall knits, about warm and cozy, cuddly fall knits. And Los Angeles has had an extended summer. And I have been to the ocean almost every day and probably still have sand in my toes. I just got back from the beach a couple moments ago, and it is beautiful. It is so lovely, and what more can I say? So I have been knitting camisoles, and the one that I'm wearing now, I will tell you about, and then I will tell you about the project that just jumped ahead of everything else I had planned to do. So this one is one of my favorites. I made it in the beginning of the summer, and it is Camisole No.6 by My Favorite Things in Knitting for Olive, raw silk, or pure silk is I think what they call it. Yeah. It comes in these 50-gram balls, and this is colorway Petroleum Blue, which is beautiful like my ocean. Anyhow, the pattern calls for holding the yarn double, and I don't know if you can see this, but it's a pretty nice yarn. It does have a slight twist in it, and it does feel, when you knit it double, it feels a little stringy. I didn't really enjoy knitting holding it double, but it made this garment really sturdy and structurally stable, and it's been fabulous. What else can I tell you about this? This camisole is knit from the top down. It was easy to follow, perfectly easy to navigate. I was a little concerned because they had me choose a size that had negative ease, and I've never knit anything with negative ease, so I wasn't sure about that. I knit a large. I thought it was going to require 5 balls of yarn. It really only required 4. This one is almost full, probably a little bit used for the swatch, but it's mostly a full ball. I've never used knitting with olive pure silk before, so it was a new thing for me, and I did really like it. I changed the bind off to just a regular knit 2 together behind the back loop kind of bind off, and I did change the length so it's not a crop top. So I was curious because I didn't really like knitting it held double, and I didn't know if it would be different if I held it single. So I did start another camisole. This is my work in progress. This is my little work in progress. I haven't gotten very far. This is gonna be for the Palma top. It's just got this really cute little pattern here, and it's very stretchy. It's done with a single strand of the Knitting for Olive pure silk. It is much easier to work with single-stranded, much easier on my hands. It feels really much more of a joy to knit, although it is slower. I should mention, when I'm holding it single, I'm using US size 2. When I made this top, it was US size 6. So this went really fast because I was holding it double. So that was the plus side of that. This is Colorway Ballerina. It's just this soft, beautiful light pink. And this is the Palma top, and I will tell you more about it when I'm done with it, but right now I'm pretty excited for it. I made and finished another camisole kind of early in the summer, and this was the Golden Oaks top, and I had it on my needles for at least a year. I'm a little bit embarrassed about that. Let me pull it up. This is the Golden Oaks top. It is this very fun, very summery, beachy color. It's this really super fun tank top. It has a lovely lace border on the bottom. Hopefully you can see that. It's just delightful. Yeah, and it was really fun. This is knit from the bottom up, and so the hard bit, this lace bit, is done first. Then, so I had done all of that. I had knit most of the body, which is knit in the round, and then I divided for the top triangles, and somehow that scared me or spooked me, and I left it dangling on the needles for about a year. So I finally picked it up, finished it off, and now I have a top that I could wear all summer, which was nice. This is soft, the single ply merino. This is by Ritual Dyes in their colorway Anemone. It was a special colorway, I think last year. So let me find it. I think this is it. This was an Anemone. Thinking of the ocean again with an enemy. This is their fingering single ply called Crone, and it's 400 yards for 100 grams. Yeah, and they are made in Portland, Oregon, so local to the US. I had used a Ritual Dyes yarn called Beast that had a yak base to it when I made my first one of these tank tops, because this was the second time that I made this top. This was my first one in a colorway called Malachite, also by Ritual Dyes. But you can see this is beautiful dark green, again with the gorgeous lace on the bottom. But this felt more like a fall color, and I really wanted some fun beachy thing, especially in a tank top design. So that was a quick finish. So glad to get it off my needles and I'm able to wear it. I should tell you that I made that in a size medium, and it was with US needles number 4. The instruction was for a US 6, but because of my gauge, I used US 4. And I modified the straps. I made them, the straps were supposed to be 7 stitches wide. I made them 9 just so it would cover the bra strap. So, and I took a little break, and my husband and I went to Alaska. And oh my gosh, I did not wear tank tops in Alaska, although it was pretty warm, but we had the best time. We went visiting a couple friends, reconnected with some family. We went on a day boat ride and saw orcas and puffins and glaciers. Oh my, it was fantastic. Big, big scenery, big evergreens, and oh goodness, glacier lakes and icebergs floating in the lakes and icebergs breaking off of glaciers, and tremendous. Moose, everything is big there. And I got super inspired, jumped in a couple of glacier lakes, very, very cold, way colder than my Pacific Ocean here. But when I came back, Andre Mowry had just released her Nebula sweater top, and I saw this colorway that was just so perfectly glacier blue. Let me show you. This is the Nebula top, and I don't know if you can see it. It's so cute. I'll put a picture up when I get a moment to add in, but the Nebula top is amazing. And this is really the color of the icebergs and the glaciers that we were next to and swimming with. And this yarn is soft and fluffy. And so this project just jumped ahead of everything else I had planned. Absolutely everything. This was done in Farmer's Daughters Odang DK, which is a suri, alpaca suri 90% and 10% silk, which is a very fuzzy yarn. So fuzzy. It's squishy and fuzzy and super fun. And this color is called Sapphire Empress, just like the glaciers. This is the color of the icebergs and the glaciers that we saw in Alaska, and I really wanted a souvenir for my Alaska trip, and this sweater was it, with this beautiful, beautiful yarn. Because it's fuzzy, it is not a neat and tidy knit, but very easy to knit, and the pattern was very simple to follow. It is, this is their ball tag for it, and I believe I did a size 3, and I thought I would need 3 skeins. I did not. I only needed 2. I have most of one still left, and which is good to know for me, that it was a little bit less expensive than I thought it might be. So the sweater is knit from the bottom up, and it has a beautiful curve. I don't know if you can see this, but the front is curved, and that's done by short rows, and then it comes up to the top, and this cute little design for the shoulders is done as a 3-point bind off here. And I did short sleeves because this is a drop sleeve construction, which meant there was going to be a lot of extra fabric if I made it the long sleeves. And I knew from doing some other projects with the drop sleeve that I didn't want that. But this with the short sleeves was really nice. And this is just the squishiest, loveliest sweater. It's lightweight, but it is warm, so it's a good evening top for me. And just the details were so sweet. Really a fast knit and super fun and great. The yarn is fantastic. I had never used Farmer's Daughter's yarn before, or this kind of heavier alpaca suri yarn, and oh, I was so pleased with it. I need to come up with some other projects to knit with it because it's really beautiful. And then lastly, I continue to be inspired by Alaska. I'm sure most of you are familiar with Caitlin Hunter, who is a knitwear designer from Alaska. And so I had been seeing her halibut sweater and hat and cowl. I decided to knit the cowl because I wanted to gift it, and I didn't want to be worried about sizing. Let me see if I can find this here. This is the Halibut Cowl by Caitlin Hunter. And this is so sweet. The color work was pretty easy. I hadn't done color work in a while. Not too many long floats that needed to be picked up or caught in the back. And I just loved the design. Homer, Alaska is known as the capital of the halibut. They have so much halibut there, and I got to visit Homer. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. And so I knit this as a gift for a friend of mine, and I just thought it was lovely. This is knit in, let's see, another new to me yarn, Sewrella. It was their Cashmere DK, which is 80 wool, 10 cashmere, and 10 nylon. This colorway, the blue, is called Orchestra. And I also did Birch colorway, which was the white, and that was classic DK, which is superwash merino 100%. It's nice and squishy, and knit this up pretty quick, and it was really a pleasure to knit. I had a lot extra. So I used 25 grams of the Birch, and I used 80 grams of the Orchestra. So I still have quite a bit left over. Oh, I used a size 5 needle to get gauge. It had called for size 6, but I was off a little bit. And I used the app Knitting Companion to track where I was on the design chart. So plump, squishy, lovely. I really hope she likes it. This is the inside bit of it, not too bad. I'm really pleased with how it turned out. So hopefully she'll like it. It will keep her neck warm on all of her upcoming trips this winter. So that's it for now, and perhaps maybe I'll get in the mood for fall. I hope that you all have a really great day and enjoy what you are knitting.